Hey everyone, it's Saturday night and I'm washing the Seamoss or the Irish moss that I got in this month's Callaloo box. So I'm washing it a few times until all that sand and the salt and all that ocean debris washes off. And I like cutting it up into smaller pieces because some of that debris and the sand gets stuck between the Seamoss. Once the water runs clear, add some lemon or lime juice along with the rind and soak it overnight.
What is the laws for the lockdown?
I think essential businesses have to stay open, like gas stations and groceries. Yeah.
And pharmacy?
Yeah. If I make it, Kevin would need it. So.
Oh, I feel to make curry corn.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I was going to make arrows and peas.
Nice. I have some veggie, so I might make I'm gonna make some veggie callaloo, some cilantro rice, garlic shrimp, and the boiled corn.
Oh, wow.
Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all staying safe, being healthy, staying at home, and practicing social distancing. I just spoke to my father-in-law and he was asking me how's everything in Houston, and I was asking him about New York because New York has the most amount of cases in the US. So my prayers and my thoughts are with you all. I hope you all are doing well. I'm also thinking about Italy and to the families and the people who are affected by the virus. So my thoughts are with you all. If any of you need to reach out to me to talk, or you feel nervous or you feel anxious or overwhelmed, feel free to reach out to me via email or even DMs or messages. I'm always here to talk if you want to have a little chat with me. So today I'm making a really quick meal with stuff that I had in the freezer and stuff that I had in the fridge. And I also got some stuff from the Callaloo box. Also, you would have seen that unboxing on Instagram. So I'm about to make a quick veggie callaloo with some cilantro lime rice. But instead of lime, I'll use lemon because I don't have lime. And I'm doing some garlic shrimp. Of course, we need lots of garlic in our diet now because we need to get as much immune boosters as we can, right? And I'm also doing a quick boiled corn because I had some corn in the fridge and I don't want it to go bad. So I'll use some today and I'll freeze some. I won't make a lot of food because at this time we really have to conserve what we have. Also got some Seamoss from the Callaloo box, so I'll try to make some of that also to go with my meal. Seamoss has tons of health benefits also. It's a great immune booster. So at this time we need to get all the immune boosters that we can get. So stay home and cook with me. So here are all the ingredients I'm using. If I forget anything, I'll show you all the entire process along the way. So firstly, I have some leaf spinach. This is frozen. And this is a great alternative if you can't find the dasheen bush bhaji. This also makes great callaloo. I have a stalk of celery, some jalapeno peppers, a habanero pepper, lemon for the shrimp and the rice, some serrano peppers, some bird's eye chili or bird peppers, some Thai chili peppers, plenty garlic, onion, some thyme, frozen pumpkin, frozen okras, coconut milk powder from the Callaloo box. So I'm going to use a few of the items that I received in this month's Callaloo box. As you would have seen in the unboxing, this month's theme was the seafood, the Caribbean seafood box. So I got coconut milk powder and I got that green seasoning that I'm also going to try out in the garlic shrimp. So I know everything looks jumbled right now because I'm just trying to do it really quick. I wanted to show you all everything. I have some chive here or scallion, and these are wrapped up. I wrapped these a few weeks ago, so I'll open it up and show you what everything looks like, because a few people were really thankful for the tips I gave on that last live on how to preserve your herbs during this time. And I have some cilantro here. This has been in the fridge for over a month, so I'll open that up and show you what it looks like. I have the shrimp to the back. It's frozen, so I'm just waiting for it to thaw out. I have some bandana in this bag here. I also wrapped that up in some wet paper towels. So for the most part, I think these are all the ingredients I'm using. I have some Seamoss here that I've been soaking overnight, so I'm probably gonna make this today. This is gonna go down good with our meal today. Lots of health benefits in Seamoss. To the back, I have some corn that I got in Costco a few days ago, actually probably more than a week ago, and I want to use it up because I don't want it to spoil. So I'll freeze some and I'll boil some to eat as a snack. So I'm gonna start preparing everything, and I'll try to show you all the steps along the way. So come cook with me. So the cilantro has been in the fridge for over a month, so I think it looks good for being in there for over a month. Some of it got a little bit wilted kinda, and then I think Kevin accidentally pushed it to the back of the fridge and it got a little bit frozen. So some of the leaves melted a little bit as they were defrosting. But for the most part, it looks good, right? So let me show you the time. This is the same time I showed you all the last time. I'm saying time a lot, but yeah. Look at that, it's still green. This has been in the fridge over a month also. Here I have these two bags. Have bandana in it, or shadow bani, also called culantro or recao. So I'm just gonna open up one and show you. Okay, this one is a little bit small. I take care of my herbs really well because I just need it in my food. So that's why I had to keep it good. So this has been in the fridge for, this specific one has been in the fridge for like 2 weeks. And I used from this one yesterday. And keep in mind, we won't get like a really fresh bandana like Trinidad. So this one, I'm probably gonna use out this one today. And here I have some scallion or chive. This is also called green onion. This has been in here about 2 weeks. So looks good for 2 weeks, right? Because this tends to spoil quickly. So the rice is finished. I actually used my rice cooker, which I usually do, because the rice comes out perfect. You can just put it in here, put it on and leave it, and then it'll just beep when it's ready. So it's ready now, and I'm gonna mix my lemon juice, cilantro, and a little bit of oil. So let me open it up. So to my bowl, I'm just adding the cilantro, and I'm adding enough because I did 3 cups of jasmine rice. And to that, I'll add some lemon juice. If you have lime, you can add some. And I'll drizzle a little bit of avocado oil. You use whatever type of oil you want to use. You could add some coconut oil. That'll also make it taste really good. And you just mix it around. So 3 cups of jasmine rice, 4.5 cups of water, some salt, and I drizzle a little bit of oil just because I didn't want it to clump together for when we have to mix our ingredients in. So I'm just gonna add that mixture we just made. And I'm just going to mix well. It already has salt in it, but if you want, you can add some more salt. You could add some Scotch bonnet pepper powder. I'm thinking about adding it, but I want to keep it like a traditional cilantro rice with just the basic cilantro and, well, in my case, the lemon or the lime. And really, it's this simple. If you want to add some more salt, you can, but I already added salt while I was cooking, so while the rice was cooking. So it's just really basic. It just flavors the rice a bit, and I thought it would go really great with the garlic shrimp. So I'm gonna set it aside and I'm gonna work on the callaloo and the garlic shrimp. Okay, so here I have my shrimp, and I'm gonna do a really basic seasoning because I don't want to waste any ingredients. So first I'll start off with some salt, and this recipe is already on the channel, so I'll see if I could link it in the description below. So that was some salt. I'm also adding this Scotch bonnet pepper powder. This has been a lifesaver, and in times like these, this really comes in handy because if you don't have the fresh Scotch bonnet peppers, it really works as a good replacer. And it has a really nice kick also. In my last recipe, I used Cajun seasoning, so this will be the replacer. It has a really strong kick, so probably added a little too much. I'm also adding a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes. I'm trying out this green seasoning for seafood. This is from Caribbean Flavors, and I got this in the Callaloo box. It has like a very like a ketchup texture. And I'll also add some of my green seasoning, just a little bit because I want to save the little bit that I have in the freezer. Just giving this a good mix. So I'm just gonna let this sit for a bit, for a few minutes. Let it marinate just for a few minutes, for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll start cooking it. So So I'm about to cook the callaloo, and I want to do this really quick because time is running low on me now. Both Kevin and I are hungry. So I'm using this lemon infused coconut oil from the Callaloo box. This is from CGA products. It's from Constance Estate. So I'm just gonna add some in there. And right away I'll add the onion in. I'll also add the peppers, serrano and jalapenos, the thyme, celery, now I'll add some of this garlic that I chopped up. So I just lowered the heat a little bit because I forgot that I wanted to add a carrot in there. So I'm just going to cut it up really quickly. Now I'll add the frozen okras or okra and the frozen squash. So I'm just adding a small amount because I don't want to use up the little bit that I have. Just in case I want to make a little broth or a soup or something, I'll have a little bit. And right away I'll go in with that frozen spinach. This is how it looks. I actually washed it out, so that's how it looks. So I forgot to add 2 more ingredients. Some ginger. I like adding ginger to my callaloo. I'll also do a small piece of turmeric. Wherever we can incorporate the immune boosters, we should do so. And when you're using turmeric, it's also good to add black pepper. Now I'll add that black pepper. Now I'm going to add some coconut milk. So I'm using this coconut milk powder from the Callaloo box. I'm just adding a little to this cup, not too much. The good thing about the powder is that you can just wrap it up and put it in the fridge until you need to use it again. So I'm going to add some water to this powder, let it dissolve, and then I'll add it to the pot. So it's dissolved and I'm going to add it in. This is 2 cups of water, 2 cups of coconut milk I should say. I'll just add 1 more cup of water. It's best if you use hot water. I'm just using the hot water from the tap. And I have it on medium-high now. I just turned it up. It was just on medium and I turned it up to medium-high. So now I'm going to cover it and let it come to a bubble. And let it cook and soften up. And then we should be in order. So it's been about 20 minutes. So I'm just going to check on the callaloo. So I have my trusty dal gutney here. I'm gonna use this to mash it up a little bit to get it into that callaloo texture. So I'll take the thyme sprigs out. It actually needs a little bit of water, so I'm going to add 1 cup. So in total we have 4 cups of liquid, because I did the 2 cups of coconut milk and now 1 cup of water, and we also added 1 cup after the coconut milk. Could add some stock in there, some seafood stock. I was gonna add the stock I had, but I'm saving it for fish broth. So the spinach leaves are still kind of whole, some of them. So I'll let it cook for a little while longer and get soft, and then I'll go back in with the dal ghutney. And you can also use a immersion blender. So this is how it looks. I like it this way because I like when it's chunky, but it's a little bit too chunky. So I just tasted and it needs some salt, so I'm gonna add a little bit. And I'll add 1 of my green seasoning blocks. So while the callaloo is still cooking, I'm gonna add some butter in. I'm gonna make the shrimp now, because Kevin is very hungry. Let's just add this entire piece, because you can never go wrong with butter, right? Use some good quality butter. And since this is garlic shrimp, of course, it's gonna have tons of garlic, lots of health benefits. Garlic is a powerful anti-inflammatory. It reduces blood pressure, it improves cardiovascular health, and it boosts your immune system, which we all need right now. So we usually cook with a lot of garlic. So I guess no vampire is going to be coming here anytime soon. We both love plenty garlic. So I'll just let that fry for a little bit, and I don't want it to burn. Garlic can burn really quickly, so you have to watch it. Into there I'll add the Thai chilies that I cut up and the hot pepper. Wait, this hot pepper was supposed to go in the callaloo. Okay, I don't know how it reached in here now. Okay, I'm just gonna scoop it out and add it to the callaloo, because those Thai chilies have a kick to them. I added that pepper into the callaloo. So I think this needs a little bit more butter, because butter makes everything better. So gonna let this melt. Okay, so right away I'll add the shrimp in, because as you can see the garlic is already starting to turn a bit brown and I don't want it to get too brown. I'm trying not to overcrowd it, but it might happen because the pan is a bit too small. But if you're doing this at home, just use a wider pan. I don't like overcooked shrimp, so I'll take these out as soon as they're cooked. Okay, so this is how I like my shrimp. They are perfectly cooked now. So I like to turn it off once it's, you know, just at that fully cooked stage, because I don't want it to keep cooking and overcook. So I'm turning the heat off because this cast iron retains heat. So it's still going to continue to cook just for a little while longer with that residual heat. So lastly, I'm adding some chopped cilantro and some bandana. And it's as simple as that. So the callaloo is ready now. I just took out some for Kevin. So I tasted it. It has everything. It has a nice spicy kick from the serrano peppers and the jalapenos, and then the little piece of red habanero I added last. So this looks good now. So the consistency is not very smooth. It's thick and chunky like how I like it. So I'm turning it off now. I think this looks good enough for me. So you see it didn't come up to too much, that one box of spinach. So this is just good enough for Kevin and I. We're trying hard to conserve the little bit of ingredients we have, and especially being that we have no more shrimp in the freezer, we're trying to enjoy the shrimp today because we don't know when next we're gonna get fresh shrimp. It's Sunday now and the food is ready, but I didn't make the Seamoss yet. After soaking overnight, it feels nice and soft now. So I have this pot on medium-high heat with some water. I'm just going to add a cinnamon stick to it. And I have my Seamoss that's been washed. It was soaking overnight and it already starts to feel gluey, like very thick and slimy. So I'm going to add that in. I also kept this to show you how to blend it without boiling it. So you just add a little bit of water and you blend it, and you use this gel in your smoothies or however you want to use it. So this is gonna simmer. So this is gonna boil for a few minutes, probably about 30 minutes, or until it starts to get really soft, and it'll form like a gel-like consistency. And I can see that that's already happening with this one. So I also think a bay leaf would go good in there. This is not the typical bay leaf that you add to jerk chicken and rice and peas. This is the pimenta rasmusa from the pimenta rasmusa tree, or the bay rum tree. Wow, it's already starting to break down. Wow. It's just falling apart. That's crazy. Seeing that? I know my mom uses the dal gutney and she goes in and swizzles it to break it down. So we may not need to do that because it's already just falling apart on its own. To the raw Seamoss, I'm adding some water and blending it using an immersion blender. Store it in the fridge and use it in vegan desserts as a stabilizer in homemade jams, smoothies, and sauces. Some consider this vegan collagen. It's a natural skin, hair, and thyroid supplement. And some people like using this gel as a face and hair mask. And to the other set of Seamoss, you want to boil it until it's thick and pudding-like. And you also want to store that in the fridge. Once it thickens, you can use it in your favorite desserts and drinks. I'm making a vegan Seamoss punch today. I'll use the one that was boiled with the cinnamon and bay leaves. To the blender, I'm adding some Seamoss. And I like using almond milk or oat milk. It's also really good with coconut milk. Some Angostura bitters. Mixed essence that I got in the Callaloo box. Or you can use some vanilla extract. Nutmeg, you can use fresh or ground, some ground cinnamon, and ice. I like the slushy texture, so that's why I like blending it with ice. You can omit the ice and just pour the drink over the ice to serve. I also don't add any sweeteners to mine, but you can add some condensed milk, sugar, honey, or sugar substitutes. Now I'm making a quick boiled corn as an after lunch snack. Boil the corn in some salted water, and mine took about 15 minutes. Then prepare some fresh seasoning. I'm using garlic, bandaniao shadow beni, and some bell peppers. Add some melted butter and some salt to the seasoning mixture and mix well. Now pour or brush it all over the boiled corn, mix well and enjoy. You can add other seasonings also, I just kept it really simple today. Now it's Wednesday and Kevin requested doubles to eat with that pepper sauce I made. And if you want to try making some doubles at home, I'll leave the link in the description box to that doubles video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Share your thoughts and your suggestions for more Cook With Me videos. And subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell to be notified of all the latest videos. Thank you so much again for being here. Stay safe and healthy. Until next time. Bye.